What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for local sports. It's Tyler.
And Mike, and the CIF Track Championship video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, perfect for your next team event.
And the event today is at Cerritos College in Norwalk, as a big crowd shows up here for some track and field action. This is going to be a jam-packed day, Mike. Let's take a look at all of the Moore League competitors who duked it out for a CIF championship here today.
And as Tyler mentioned, there were a lot. We start with the girls 4x100 relay. Long Beach Poly looking for an 8th straight championship. We have not seen them in lane 7 during that run. They did not qualify well for their standards, but obviously they'll always be the favorite in this event as Kenila Miles hands off to Janae Smith. Important to set the tone in the opening race. If they wanted to move up and get a surprise championship, they had to do well starting in this race.
Right, and when Maya Perkins gets it on leg 3, Polly's in 3rd behind Upland and Roosevelt, but not for long.
No, not for long.
No, not for long. Maya Central Perkins right there in the middle of the track, making up ground, eating up the runners, and as with Upland having some issues on the exchange, that opens the window, and Ariana Augustine is going to climb through it like bruh man. She gone.
Augustine, a great anchor leg, and Perkins running phenomenally around that curve on the 3rd leg. The Jackrabbits start the day off right with the championship in 46:22. Not the only relay. Long Beach Wilson qualifying in both relays, the only Moore League school to do so. They're going to start things off. Second one certainly stronger on the 4x4, but as Jacoby Hardy hands off to Maria Harris, Bruins just trying to do well and show some stuff here. Harris running 4 races.
Oh, he'll be busy. Yeah, now on leg 3, Josh Kilson, the running back, off to Chris Hall on the anchor. The Moore League champion Bruins end up in 8th in this event, so not their best. Harris and Hall would be back later in the 4x4. As we now move to the field, Janae Smith and Onyx Gaston here in the long jump for the Jackrabbits, looking for more valuable points. Milliken's Melanie Williams out there repping the Rams. Gaston, the senior who was in this event last year, she's going to go and finish 8th in this event, picking up a point in the team standings.
No one jumps like Gaston, Tyler. Williams, the Moore League champ, also a senior. She's representing for the Rams, finishing 7th with a jump of 18.1. And the sophomore Janae Smith, also in this event a year ago, and moving up this year, definitely one to watch for the future. She takes 3rd as just a 10th grader.
Yeah, much better than she did at Moore League. In the girls 1600, Melissa Tanaka going up against the Great Oaks distance runners in this one. Destiny Collins for Great Oak is going to win this one easily. Tanaka just looking for points. She picks one up, finishing 8th as the youngster shows out there. Now to the girls 100 hurdles. Jewel Buey for Cabrillo and Janelle Ainsworth for the Jackrabbits. Good to see a Jag in this event for Cabrillo, and Ainsworth looking for more points for her team. Roosevelt's Jasmine Graham, a no-doubt winner here in the hurdles, but the Moore League would show quite well going 4 and 5 here in this race.
When you mentioned in this team race, every point matters, so a 4th place finish for the Jackrabbits, very big right there. We go to the pit. Milliken, the girls shot to it. It's league champ Nanati Ala Ile Fala Ula. Just a sophomore, one of only 2 10th graders to make it to the finals, and she finishes 7th with 37.3 1/4.
Now to the boys 400, Marie Harris, who is the top qualifier in this race. 2-time Moore League champion looking for a CIF crown, but he's going up against a superstar in Michael Norman from Vista Marietta, and Norman, man, he was here to put on a show. Harris just going to battle to take 2nd, but could not catch that star junior in all the headband swag out in front. Harris, though, would qualify for Masters with a 47.66 in his strongest event.
We go to the girls 100, an event we're used to seeing Poly win. Obviously, they do have 3 finishers in this. After a false start by Los Al, some important chances to pick up points as the Jackrabbits in 3 different colors are going to cross the line, not where they wanted to finish. Maya Perkins, Ariana Augustine, Kenila Miles, kind of disappointed with their finish there, but plenty of chances in the future for more points.
Freshman Kalia Williams, speaking of the future, rare to see a freshman qualify in multiple events. Had a strong day, 6th in the high jump for the 9th grader. You will see her later in the busy triple jump. As we go back out to the track, the boys 800, Copeland Laris, Jaleel Norwood, and Chris Polk for Poly The Moore League heavy race, Loris, the league champ in the 800, he's on his way to Cal next year, and he's hard to miss in that bright Bruin gold.
He definitely is, and he held his own. It's Loris, Norwood of Lakewood, and Polk in that order as they move through the pack, and they would finish in that order, 4th, 7th, and 8th. Loris and Norwood good enough to qualify for the Masters meet, which was their goal coming into the race.
Yeah, so you just want to, qualify for that next race, keep things moving. That was the only point for the Poly boys today. Don't see that too often. Maya Perkins, Ariana Augustine back out in the sprints in the 200. Again, looking to move up from where they qualified and pick up every possible point. They're dueling it out with Great Oak. They're dueling it out with Roosevelt and Upland, but obviously Great Oak the main champion, and they don't come much closer than this, Mike.
Oh, they certainly don't. Maya Perkins running side by side with Kiera Davis from Upland in lanes 3 and 4. They would actually tie in time, and they had to go to the thousandths of the second to break it. Davis just ahead, but Perkins moves up a place from where she qualified to finish 4th, which was very big with how tight this team race ended up being.
Staying alive, boys 200, Marie Harris back again, and again he has to see Michael Norman. I mean, Wilson Bruins fans, Michael Norman's going to ruin this highlight for you in a lot of races. Not as strong in the 200 as he is in the 400 is Harris, as Norman again is going to run away with it, that flying V in the middle of the track from Vista Marietta. But Marie with a PR and a new school record for the Bruins as he posts a 5th place finish. Not necessarily what he wanted, but when you PR, you can't ask for much more than that.
Certainly not. Speaking of records, Cody Salter of Milliken has been chasing the Rams school 2-mile record for the last couple weeks. We saw him sprint out at Moore League finals and stay in front. Same strategy on the first lap as he just wanted to go out and kind of see what happened. It wasn't a real hot day, so maybe he had a little extra juice in the tank, but he would gradually fade, dropping some spots. Eventually he's going to finish 7th in the Division I race and just a few seconds off of the school record once again. Frustrating for Salter, but still a very nice finish.
We go to the final race of the day in the boys 4x4. It's active. Wilson, Lakewood, and Poly all in the outside of the track. The Bruins, the league champions in this event, the most likely to advance, but they barely made it in lane 9, but it's all about what you do in the finals. Marie Harris, the lead leg, off to Copeland Laris, who's waiting on the second, as you see how each Moore League team stands after the first pass.
Kind of nice and convenient for us when they're all standing next to each other in the lanes. A great battle between Wilson and Roosevelt for first, as the Bruins' first 2 legs do a good job. They kind of stack everything up front. Messiah Mitchell on leg 3 trying to keep pace. They're just looking at this point as they start to fade in the standings for a time good enough for Masters. That was the goal. Chris Hall on the anchor. He's obviously not going to be able to catch Michael Norman from Vista
you already
Marietta.
know this by now. He's
right.
great.
That story's been written, but the Bruins do post a season best time finish in front of Poly and Lakewood. And with 3rd place finish, they are going to qualify for Masters and keep their season going.
Poly actually DQ'd as they ran out of their lane, and let's go back to that team battle. Told you about the triple jump earlier. There's 4 in there for the Rabbits. Julie Barrett, Clea Williams, Janelle Ainsworth, Onyx Gaston. The team competition is all riding on this. Barrett had 4 fouls and didn't score. Williams, the freshman, who was 6th in high jump, looking to get more points, and she does pick up 3 more with a 6th place in the TJ.
It's all about points. You're just looking at where people
the points
place.
do matter.
Right, and Gaston is going to get 5th, which is right where she qualified. And again, you're really just looking, okay, 5th versus 3rd. You're not necessarily expecting anyone to win this thing, but Ainsworth went ahead and did that, which was the biggest result of the day for Poly as far as swinging that title. She qualified 7th, but she wins it with a PR by over a foot, and that's going to help the Jackrabbits win their 8th straight girls track CIF championship, 61-56 over Great Oak. 19 years of at least one CIF championship at Poly.
They're usually not this close, Mike, but the Jackrabbits were able to pull it out in a memorable final here at Cerritos College. We want to thank our sponsors, Papalucci's, for helping us bring you this video and everything else we do at the Gazettes and the Press Telegram. Spring season, track season winding to a close, but still a lot to be excited about. And for all the coverage, keep it locked right here.